Welcome back, my Duelist friends, to another Sunday edition of the Speed Duel Spotlight. Now, this one's going to be really quick. It's more or less actually like a future ban list prediction, and I wanted to go over it. So, the card I want to talk about with you guys today is going to be the spell card Hammer Shot. Now, you guys have noticed I've been playing this a little more often, and for good reason. Because generally speaking, whenever there's like unrestricted monster destructions, Konami tends to come down on it for a while. We lost Raigeki there for quite a few many years. Dark Hole was gone for quite a few many years. And right now, they're obviously not going to print big powerhouse cards like that. Heavy Storm, True Nade, stuff like that is not going to find its way into Speed Duel. And you know what? I'm all for that because it forces us to play an entirely different way, an entirely different meta, and it really makes us specialize our strategies. But this card here plays off a very old concept that we used to play back when cards like, I don't know, Gaia the Fierce Knight were like super good. Like, not that Gaia was ever like truly super good. Obviously, he was outshined by other cards like our boy Dark Magician here, but you guys kind of get what I'm saying. Like, it's been a while since he was a part of the conversation. Same thing with Hammer Shot until we got to Speed Duel. So what does it do? It destroys an attack position monster card on the field with the highest attack. Even it becomes your choice as the activator if it's a tie. So let me see. Do I have two of the same similar cards? Yeah, fine. Turns out that was a whole stack of those promos. So let's say I have Dark Magician, I'm playing up against Elemental Hero Neos, and in this case, I activate my Hammer Shot spell card. Well, they're both tied at 2,500, they're both in attack mode, so I now get to pick, and I'd be silly to pick my Dark Magician when I could blast Neos off the field. That said, another thing you could do is if it wasn't tied, you could move the Dark Magician to defense mode, and then it no longer counts as being a target, and so on and so forth. But it becomes especially powerful if you haven't played any monsters yet and your opponent has a monster, especially if it's a large one. Doesn't matter. Hammer Shot goes after the largest one. And this will allow us to, again, hit him with a giant comical-sized mallet real quick and go ahead and rid the field of the opponent's monster card. So that's important. But why do I think it's going to get hit? Well, I think it is almost on the same level of unchecked as Offerings to the Doomed. Offerings to the Doomed went to the ban list, and again, I think we may or may not have snuck this one in as a spotlight at some point. Mostly because, again, this is a quick play. Target a face-up monster card on the field, destroy the target, but you also skip your next draw phase. And when you were playing with stuff like this card got a little harder to use. But then you might be using the skill card digging for gold. You might be having one of the decks that has strategies that just allow you to draw. Actually, if you guys give me just a second, I'll show you like one of the best new cards for doing that right now is actually the Evil Mind spell card. But we're going to talk about that one another day. Actually, we'll talk about that one next week because I've got some decks that are going to use it that are coming up. Assuming I don't get more requests in the meantime, because I like to do requests over my own builds anytime, just because they're more fun. But Offerings was very selective. It was very, it almost doesn't have like a response timing where you can't play it, except the moment that you set it face down to where you can play it during your opponent's turn. Because as a quick play, it'll take on the activation of a trap card. But I could see Hammer Shot going to maybe the 3-ofs list or the 2-ofs list because, again, it's not like they gave us Fisher. It's not like they gave us Smashing Ground, but they did give us Shield Crush. Shield Crush is pretty good, but if you're going to combo with it, you'd have to play like things like Windstorm of Ataqua, and then that's a lot of setup to remove a single monster. So I do think it's good. I think you guys should play it while you can. But if it does end up on the limitations list at some point, I just don't want to be too surprised about it. It is a great spell. I do see a lot of people playing it. And again, we got this back in Battle City. The Battle City box it's almost been like, 2 years now? And again, it's just kind of crazy. The card has just sort of snuck into play over time, and hopefully it's semi here to stay. But I don't know. I do think at some point Konami is going to have to address it if enough players start running this. So that's my 2 cents. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Do the things, don't do the things. It doesn't matter today. Go out, do the one thing that's important. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, my friends. I know some of you need to hear that. You guys just go do it, okay? 100%. Go enjoy yourselves. Do something for your mental health. I don't care if it's as simple as drinking a cup of tea and watching your favorite TV show. Go do it, all right? Hope to see you guys again next time. Later.